Hey, hi. So I'll share with you this very interesting um, point made by this guy. And of course, for myself as a multimillionaire with my latte, it's easy to accuse me of taking things for granted. The response is usually, well, yeah, sure, that's easy for you to say. But I wanted to spend some time to explain why, at least for me, money didn't make me happy. The thing to realize about money is that it is mostly invisible in our society. You don't see money exchanging hands. You don't see it being put into practice. Rather, it's a number that goes up and down in your bank account. And for example, when you go out to dinner, the check is usually presented to one person. That person just signs off on it, and everybody goes off on their separate ways. So, for example, I would have imagined if I'm paying the bill for a dinner party of 5 people, and that's going to be a pretty large bill, maybe $200 or so, that people would somehow respect me more, that they would be kinder to me or listen to my opinions a little bit more closely at the dinner table. But of course, none of that happens. Money doesn't change any of these social interactions. I just end up picking up the bill. And what's worse, if the dinner conversation was unpleasant for any reason, let's say I get into an argument with somebody, or maybe it's not even my fault, the waiter just spills water on someone, then the entire evening, and therefore my efforts, the person who footed the bill for that goes unappreciated. And the same applies for any trips or travel. Let's say you take someone out on an all expense paid vacation. And on the first day, when you book the hotels and flights, they're going to thank you, but they quickly forget about that. And then through the rest of the trip, people just treat you like normal. Maybe they treat you like trash. And if you get into an argument, then the whole thing becomes wasted. And at the end of the day, that expense, which may run into thousands of dollars, which may cost you weeks to earn, well, the kindness in your paying that only lasted 1 second in time. And then for the rest of the trip, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, people quickly forget that you paid for it, or even they have a little bit less respect for you, thinking they can walk all over you now. So that's my first point. So yeah, I really had this experience as well. In my last 47 years, I have always tried to pick up the bill, be generous, host people, take out girlfriends, guy friends, individually or in groups. I always have this shyness to ask for the bill to be split, and I felt that my friends thinking that probably I'm the more successful person, maybe, or if maybe I'm a guy, if it's a date, expect me to pay for the bill and all that, which I have been trying to change and kind of like um, go against this trend. I felt that I've been somewhat a little bit of those felt manipulated, because like what this guy says is pretty true. You think that money can buy you happiness and feel that you can be appreciated. From this angle, it doesn't. People actually really, really forgets really, really quickly. Yeah, maybe there are some rare find where people are quite reciprocal, but to be able to go out there and find, maybe out of 10 people that you find, maybe there's one. Yeah, maybe you can keep those human bonds as something that I feel worthwhile pursuit to dive deeper. Even like lately, I've been trying to go out dates and all that, right? Um, Even a single meeting, the lady would expect you to pay and all that. I kind of like just struck it off by, or even dismiss it, and I just say no. You at least you order whatever that you pay for, and you just pay for it. Whatever you ordered, so just pay for it. And I think it's fair. In this world, everyone puts in effort and all that to earn money, and whatever that we saved and extra that we have, it should be for our own experience, to spend on our own experience rather than to spend on others. And I think, like I said in my earlier episode, spending on your own experience to develop your own experience, you can call it self love, whatever. It's actually the right way to do. You may lose a lot of friends, along the way, but I still think that this is actually um, the right thing. I mean, it may not end up with anybody, but I think this kind of makes sense. Yeah. So if there's any change of my thoughts or any development of these thoughts, I will update you again. Thanks a lot.